Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob, and I like sports, and welcome to another edition of JK Sports. And today, I'd like to talk about my 2020 predictions for teams that I think are going to progress and improve upon the previous season, and teams I think are honestly going to let us down. And first, I'd like to talk about a team that is really hard to find a way that they can improve, find a way they can impress us. After finishing 13-3 last season, making the number one seed in the AFC playoffs, that being the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Baltimore Ravens have three things that really benefit from in terms of their scheduling. First of which, of course, they have the easiest strength of schedule. You don't often see that from a team that was their number one seed in their conference previous season. There's also the fact that they only have to travel a little bit over 6,000 miles. Now, that number doesn't mean a lot to most, but to put that in perspective, that is the fewest amount of miles that a team has had to travel in the last 4 seasons. As well as the fact that they don't have to play their hardest game on the road. They get the Chiefs week 3 early in the season at home. So I think they got 3 strong scheduling breaks, as well as signing players like Calais Campbell, bringing back Matt Judon, as well as drafting then signing Patrick Queen and J.K. Dobbins. Didn't have much holes on the team last season. Didn't have a weak point for teams to attack, which is what allowed them to go and progress to that 13-3 record. But then they got even stronger. And when I say I think they're going to improve, I'm not necessarily talking about the regular season, because we all know what happened in the playoffs last 2 years. 2 seasons ago against the Chargers, played terrible through 3 quarters, tried to make a comeback, fell short. Last season, played terrible through 3 quarters, somewhat came alive in the 4th quarter, fell short once again, easily fell short. So I have higher expectations this season from them. The regular season should be a breeze, a walkthrough, an easy first seed. Maybe not first seed. Maybe at the very least win the division, hopefully getting a bye out of it. Oh, wait. The bye is different this year, isn't it? Hopefully it is the first seed then. So I got them finishing at the same record as last year, 13-3. However, I expect them to progress further on into the playoffs. Now, this next team is the New York Jets. Now, most of you would not think at all that the Jets are going to be a formidable team last year. I would like to point out, first of all, that when Sam Darnold came back from having mono, they did finish the season 5-2. And the most important part about all of this is how wide open the AFC East is. No Tom Brady. Dolphins are rebuilding. Buffalo Bills, I'm a little skeptical on. You get a full season of Sam Darnold and Adam Gase. Now, we don't all think that Gase is the mastermind that he once was touted as. And a lot of people have sold their stock on Sam Darnold. I'm holding out for one more season. Call me ignorant. Call me dumb. I want to see one more season out of him because he has some high potential. He's a really nice arm. He's got the mindset of a good NFL player. I want to see this full season. And with the AFC so open, and with them finishing really well, that 5-2 when Sam Darnold came back, I don't see why they can't progress and even go as far as win the AFC East. I don't know. They don't have the best receiving options. They signed Rashad Perriman, Ryan Griffin at tight end. They still have Jamison Crowder and Le'Veon Bell coming out of the backfield. Now, defensively, they still have Jamal Adams. C.J. Mosley is going to be coming back from his injury. And Quinnen Williams is going to come back in his second season. So, all that being considered, I think the Jets are going to finish 9-7, which very realistically could be enough to win the division next year. And I think that'd be a massive win. And I think that would definitely be considered improving and impressing us. Now, for my 2 teams that I think are going to let us down. And the first of which is America's team, those good old Cowboys. Their defense isn't good. Their defense is not good. They did not address it well enough in free agency as well as the draft. You lose Byron Jones, who is arguably best corner in the league. You lose Robert Quinn. And you could say even bigger than both of those is the retirement of Travis Frederick, who's been a rock at center for them, as well, holding together that offensive line really well. You look at Leighton Vander Esch, who 2 seasons ago was touted as next star and was injured most of last season. A very tight salary cap. I don't know where they can afford to wiggle room because their expensive contracts that they've signed, that they have on their books, are for multiple years. Look at Zeke. look at Amari Cooper, look at Jalen Smith, look probably soon Dak Prescott. They're going to have a lot of players signed and locked in on these deals that doesn't give them much room to maneuver. Now, that's a little bit more of a long-term, most likely disappointment. The main reason next year I don't think they're going to be good is the Mike McCarthy dynamic for two reasons. Now, first of which is how big of a improvement is he really on Jason Garrett? Now, let's look at the two of them side by side. Jason Garrett led them to a few division titles, a few playoff appearances, was steady, was good, had a few bad seasons, which led to him eventually getting fired. And Mike McCarthy had Aaron Rodgers, only got one Super Bowl, many playoff appearances, but you have an all-time great and you only produced one Super Bowl, had one of the worst rushing attacks throughout the league throughout his tenure. And as well as the fact number two, he's not going to be able to work with the team as much as he'd like due to this coronavirus and teams not being able to meet in their facilities. Now, a story came out that I'm pretty sure today teams are allowing, or the league is allowing coaches to head to their facilities. However, this moment there would be practices going on otherwise. There would be all these events going otherwise. Oh, which is another reason why I think the Ravens are going to do so well, because you got a returning quarterback, returning coach, as well as all this weakness and everything going on. But with the Cowboys, I have them finishing at 8-8 again. The Eagles aren't going to be getting any worse. Eagles were injured all of last season. Look at their receivers. They had a quarterback, a college quarterback as their best receiver week 17. They're not getting any worse. Carson Wentz isn't getting any worse. He might get injured, but he does every year, and they still make the playoffs. So I did not mean to click that. Excuse me. Yeah, so I got them finishing 8-8. Now this last team, I can't put a lot behind it. I can't give you a lot of reason as to why I feel this way. The three teams I've listed prior, I have notes written down, analysis written down, journalism here, guys. That's what I do. But this last team, I have one word written, and that being gut. And I have a gut feeling that the Buffalo Bills are going to disappoint. The AFC East as a whole has I think 4 out of the 5 hardest schedules in the league. Now the AFC East open. However, as of now, I would say the Bills are the expected winners of the division. And whenever they're expected to do good, whenever they're in position to do good, historically, they fold it. They fumble it. They haven't performed well when they are expected to do well. I know this was the 80s, but losing 4 Super Bowls in a row? I expect them to finish 8-8. I can see them finishing second or third. Like I predicted the Dolphins to finish 10-7, which I completely forgot that the 17 games hasn't been implemented yet. But if you want to notch that down to 9-7, and even that's being optimistic, I got the Jets at 9-7. If I have the Dolphins at 9-7, if I have the Bills at 8-8, that means I have the Bills finishing third in the division. I don't know what it is. I just have a gut feeling that they're gonna underperform. They're gonna come out and disappoint us. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Jacob. I like sports. This has been another edition of JK Sports. I would like to take a second to shout out just everybody that's involved with the Black Lives Matter, George Floyd movement. It's been really nice to see the communities coming together, the people come together, most importantly, the people that live within these communities, standing up for what they believe in, standing up for a really good cause. And hopefully throughout all of this, through all the mayhem that's happened, not only with these protests, but all that has happened without this year, that a really good thing can be taken out from this. A really good message in that we want equality for all. We want equal treatment for all. And as long as people keep standing up for what they believe in, as long as people keep fighting for what they know is right, I believe that hopefully we'll finally achieve that. But once again, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Please get down in the comments. Please message me individually about anything you think I could do to improve the channel, improve the video qualities. And thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.